I believe I got close to the 100 issue mark, if not at least hit well over the 50. Well, welcome to today's video, and welcome to my page. I am the Dollar Bin Diver. As my name suggests, I hunt comic books from dollar bins, 50-cent bins, and really any kind of discount bin. Today, I will be showing off a rather large haul of comics from a comic shop in Lexington, Kentucky, named ep18 Comics. This is actually one of my favorite comic shops to go to when I get the opportunity. They have a massive amount of dollar bins, and they have a discount program based on how many comics you buy. You can get a percentage off. So I believe you can, up to 100 comics, you can get, I don't know, maybe it's 25 or 35% off. I forget. It's a great deal. Every time I'm there, I find myself coming out with almost half a short box of comics. As you can see here, the first one I'll show off, which is Moon Knight from the newest run by McKay. This is issue number 13. I have not been able to keep up with this comic. It was already several issues in when I started collecting them, so I have been just kind of retroactively finding them as I can, and found this one in that dollar bin, so it's going to be great to add to that collection. I'm going to go ahead and throw a few more up here. Here is the Uncanny X-Men. Sadly, I cannot tell you the issue number without opening it up. Awesome cover there though, and I figured for under $1 it's okay if they have some damage. That is to be expected. A lot of the comics in those bins are just extra stock comics that they were not necessarily keys, and it was easier for them to put into their dollar bins than to bag, board, grade, and all that. So for me, I'm usually able to find some good comics. Continuing on is Cloak and Dagger. This is issue number 11 in that run. I actually have issues, I think, 1 through 10, so this kind of continues my run that I have there, which is nice. This is their special 40th page final issue, although I do believe I have an issue 19, so I'm not sure if this is the actual final issue. I will have to look that one up and find out. Continue on with a couple more here. So Warlock and the Infinity Watch. This is issue number 14. I believe that was filling in a gap for me, which is awesome. And now I have the first, I believe, 18 issues from this run. So I'm hoping, I know there are a lot more than that in it, but I hope to just go ahead and jump into reading that here soon as well. Moving on with the West Coast Avengers, issue number 28, 0 Hour for Zodiac. Alright, here is Silver Surfer, issue number 4. I believe this is from, I believe it's volume 2 of those runs. So I'm going to do a quick little break for my bourbon of choice. Today, I'm going to go back to the Angel's Envy. This is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in port wine barrels. This is 86 proof, and I believe I mentioned it before. This was actually a Christmas present for me, and I uncorked it on Christmas. Alright, I'm just going to do a little pour here, do a little sample. And actually, I feel like that's a little more sweet, has more of a sweet smell than last time I had it. Fairly light color there. We'll give it a little swish, and then what the fancy bourbon guys do. Alright. Yeah, much sweeter note than before. I hate to just say caramel and brown sugar, but that is what comes to mind at first. A little bit of a burn on it, but very nice bourbon there. A little bit of burn for an 86 proof. So, moving on though, Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 51. This may not be a comic that I necessarily keep for myself. I have a niece and nephew that I'm trying to get into comic collecting, and hopefully that will get to them. Alright, moving on though. Here is Ghost Rider, Vengeance Forever, issue number 1. I believe by Benjamin Percy, Juan Jose RVP, and then Brian Valenza. I don't know anything about those authors actually, but that covers, that's pretty awesome. Okay, continuing on though. This is Strange, issue number 4. This is from Matt K's run, I guess. I have not been keeping up this run at all, but for less than $1, I figured why not grab it. I might have to start picking those up. Okay. Untold Legends of Captain Marvel. Issue 2 of 3, Grappling with Imperial Guard. Okay. Here's something I actually collected several of these last time I was at this same comic shop, but here is issue number 4 and that 12-issue run of Squadron Supreme, and I was able to find issue number 11 as well. Okay, let's pull this off to the side. Now here, I was able to find a small little run. It seems like, or at least a good chunk, of the Human Fly. I don't know as much about this character. I have come across some of these comics in the past, so I figured when I could find issues 12, 13, well, I'm missing 14, but there's 15. Continuing on with issue number 16 and issue number 17. So I don't know which issues I have right off, but just a nice little consecutive run of issues made that appealing, even within the shape they're in. Now here, as you can tell, still polybagged, Batman / Fortnite 0 Point. I believe that is issue number 6, and I'm not for sure why, but they had a bunch of these, so I grabbed these other 2 covers, and then I might have grabbed an extra as a gift, and then I grabbed a couple of issue number 5 as well. So, those polybags. So, I have actually been collecting these Batman Fortnite by Marvel runs, so that was a nice find for me. Alright, continuing on to something I had been collecting as well. All New Invaders, issue number 6 from Robinson's run. And I was also able to find issue number 5. I actually had the first 5 issues of this in a collected run, and I'm really enjoying that read, so I'm excited to have more issues on that and continuing reading that story. Alright, and all kinds of new as well as old I was able to find in those bins. Here is The Invaders, issue number 25. I believe this was from, I believe that is 1977. See if we can get it to zoom in there. Very nice. And not the first appearance, but I believe this is an early appearance of the Scarlet Scarab. We get to see a variation of that character in Moon Knight, Fantastic Four. I believe this is volume 2. It started in 1996. This is issue number 6, and I believe is part of the Industrial Revolution crossover event. Okay, continuing on, continuing with Fantastic Four. This is Fantastic Four Unlimited, issue number 2. Let's see if we can get that glare off there. Okay. And then Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. I believe this is issue number 4 in that 4-issue limited run. I think I'm actually just missing issue number 3 now from that. Okay, back into the main run of the Fantastic Four. That homage to the issue number 1. This is issue number 264. I don't know if this is a retelling or just a homage cover, but that's just great. Alright, moving on to issue number 342. The Human Torch and X-Factor's Rusty Collins. Oh, cameo appearance by the Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, and I was also able to find several Captain America. Here's issue 384. And I believe this is actually filling in a gap for me. And kind of bouncing around some here. But here's Heroes Reborn, issue number 2 of Captain America. This is by Mark Waid, but I don't believe I was working on this run before. But I may be now. I believe I do have a few others though. Alright, now here is some I have been collecting. Is Ed Brubaker's Captain America, issue number 611. This is after the run turned back into that legacy numbering. I believe near the end of his run on Cap. And then I was able to find, a little later in that run, issues 630. And this is Captain America and Hawkeye, as well as 631 and 632. So that's nice little consecutive run of Captain America there in the mid-600s. Back into the legacy numbering though of Captain America. Here is 307. And what is this? A dramatic look back at the invaders of World War II. Very nice. Issue number 305 with Captain Britain there on the cover. And issue 314, Squadron Supreme crossover. Alright, moving on though. Set these back. And here is Daredevil, issue number 242. Caviar killer still at large in the city. Killer eludes Daredevil. Well. Alright, also have issue number 267 there. And issue 263. And to finish off the chunk of Daredevil I was able to find in those bins, issue number 281 by Demons. I don't know what's going on there. That's an odd cover. I have no idea what's going on with the story. I may have to jump in and read that one. I should have a good chunk in that area, but I don't know if I have enough consecutive issues to have a nice sit down with them. Alright, so moving back to some of the newer things I was able to find in their dollar bins. Here is Judgment Day X-Men. This is the Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals crossover event. I believe this event just ended or is finishing up right now. I have not been keeping up at all with it, but I figured for less than $1, close to 80 cents, why not grab it? Okay, here we are. Ultron Unlimited Prelude. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers. Wizard number 0. I actually don't know exactly what that is. I just figured it was a nice little collectible to add. Okay. Here is Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers, issue number 18. I want to say this is a part of volume 3 of Avengers, but I cannot recall right off. Let's take a look here then. A lot of these are not bagged and boarded, so we can cheat and just jump right in there. And that is, yes, volume number 3 of the Avengers, issue number 18. Okay, back into the legacy numbering though. Here is issue 338. At last, the true enemy revealed. The collection obsession part 4. I know I have a few others in that, so maybe that'll be the one I was missing. And a little later in the run, here is Avengers legacy number 483, Red Zone part 4. Okay. And I'm out of order here on these, but again, here's volume 3, issue number 4. And then I believe this actually will go better with this issue 338. Here's the collection obsession part 1. Okay. And I believe I have one more Avengers comic from those bins, and here it is, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, issue number 55, legacy number 755. This is, I guess, a part of Jason Aaron's run. I have no idea what's going on with the story there, but I've enjoyed a lot of the artwork in that area. Okay, Battle World Thors. Is this Aaron's running on Thors, I guess? I guess this was near the Secret Wars event. Okay, and continuing on with one other Thor issue 493 from 1995. I know this part of the Thor run is not everyone's favorite, especially with the change in the costume and design with no explanation. But for that price, I figured why not grab it, and I think it's worth that price to enjoy that. Alright, here is Peter Parker Spider-Man. I believe this is actually the second volume of Peter Parker Spider-Man that comes after the Spectacular Spider-Man. I have not been collecting it aggressively, but I figured why not for that price. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull these to the side. Like I said, a big haul today, with a discount with the more comics I buy. I guess I could not help myself. Here is Micronauts issue number 17, as well as issue number 10 and issue number 8. I have not actively been collecting the Micronauts, but I believe I have quite a few consecutive issues now, once I combine this with what I have already collected. Moving on though, here we have X-Men Classic. This is issue number 105. I know I have a good chunk of the first 60 issues where it's classic X-Men, and then I'm kind of hit or miss from there until about 100 when the title turns to X-Men Classic. So here is a random Punisher I was able to find, issue number 5. I actually have several in that run, but not much in the first 10 issues of it, so I figured that was a nice grab for under $1. Okay, kind of beat up, but Power Man and Iron Fist, issue number 83. Actually, that one isn't too beat up. Some water staining. That is beat up. Issue number 50, beginning a new era of greatness. I actually really enjoy some of these 70s and 80s Power Man and Iron Fist issues. Partially the artwork, partially the stories. Alright, the last couple issues are actually coverless issues. As you can see here, we have Thor. I believe that is issue 3. Oh, in the 300s. But the Mighty Thor, Power and the Pride. I have two others here. And this one is, oops, let's go this way. Very water damaged. This is Silver Surfer from volume 3. And that is issue number 2. So I actually have a good chunk of that run coming together, and I think that just by chance fills in a gap for me, which is nice, so I can at least read that story a little easier. And the last one here is a Doctor Strange. We'll see if we can zoom in there a little better. Okay, this is volume 1 and issue number 58. And that is from 1983. So, finishing off this little collection with some coverless issues. And I'll throw the stack back up here. Might take a minute. There were quite a few. I believe I maximized my discount this time. Alright. And I may back this up just to get a better angle on that. I believe I got close to the 100 issue mark, if not at least hit well over the 50. Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to go enjoy my drink here, and I'm going to enjoy some of these comics. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thank you for watching.